morning, everybody. So thank you to invited me for this celebration. I was very pleased to be here. And I want I say what I can say from Alan, because in fact it's look for me that I know Alan since all the time, and it's really what I can say, it's really a good friend of mine. And I met him everywhere in my life, but I never worked with him. But all the time I met him, and we had nice conversation together about science, about everything, about a glass of champagne. And why we meet all the time and never work together? In fact, we are not on the same wavelengths. Unfortunately. So I met him in Goddard, I remember very well. It was during SMM, and in fact I was on the UVSP instrument. And here you can see a picture of meeting, and you can recognize from left Art Poland, Tandbergensen. It was, we dedicate the last meeting last week to Einar Tandbergensen, me, Guy Simon, and Jean-Marie Malherbe. So I think you remember we were at Goddard, and we were working on UVSP. Then I met, of course, Alan during all the meeting of Soho. He was speaking about golf, about again different things, and me, I was more working with Sumer, speaking to Klaus Wilhelm, yes, and also to Kurt, and working on Lyman alpha and so on. So I was on different wavelengths again, but I met him. So about the topics, I was very sorry. What can I say related to Alan? Because in fact, we never worked together. So I say, okay, last week we were speaking about filament prominence, but he was not so much interested in that. So what can I say to interest him a little more? So I remember that maybe one last topic that Alan was describing, it was plumes, coronal plumes. My pronunciation is not so good. I apologize. The French accent. So I say now I am working on jet also. So maybe I can present something on jets. And jets, maybe you know, jets, so they are called jets in the X-ray, and a long time ago, and jets in UV, and jet spicule, so maybe plumes also are similar. So Shibata-san unified all this model, so I was maybe it's also a good way to speak about your work too. And so I think Evarts makes the first proposal to say, okay, there is no, y a pas un pointer. Jets or plumes or everything could be due to emerging flux. To emerging flux here, like this, and then you have reconnection point, so a very important point. Now people are calling this point null points, and then if you are in this region, for example, your field line can be on this way or on this way, so all these are very important layers that they call separatrices. So all this business is now very interesting. So 2D model of jets or plumes are proposed due to emerging flux. And of course now everybody is working in 3D. And in 3D you can find a different way, but there is still this emerging flux here Or here, the new model of Fernando Moreno Galsgar. So you have always the same thing. So emerging flux, then you have rock connection, but it's not just a point. Now you have a long layer, a large layer, and finally you have these jets going from the null point. And Paria, in our group, proposed some other model. It's not really due to emerging flux, but to rotating sunspot. And then you start with twisting jets. So by chance, during my campaign with Themis, our French vector magnetogram in Canary Island, I get a very nice example of jet, and certainly also with SDO, Aya, and HMI. So here we observe, here it is different brightness that you can see here in this region. So it's recurrent jets, in fact, here, as you see. And this is, in fact, a large active region. And what is interesting is only in this small square, the edge of the active region. And in a place where there is not really nothing, as you will see with the magnetic field, it's nearly empty. It's supergranules or something like that. So what is important is, in fact, the environment of this supergranule by these large loops and this open field. And then you get these recurrent jets. Of course, they are homologous, and they are very much, people are working on that. But here you should look that, in fact, here there is two peaks, because there is one small here and one long here. So about the magnetic field, as I told you, so it's an active region. You have the leading sunspot, and you have in the dispersed magnetic field this box, and the jets are coming from this place and to this one. Now, it is a movie. It's not really good, but you cannot see so much. So that is a problem. Where is the emerging flux? How you can, normally it's a movie, but it does not change so much. Okay. So it's a HMI movie, and here what you see is that here it's changing of shape, little, and it's looked to emerge here. Of course, you will say, I don't believe you, and the second jet is from this small polarity. So how we can do that? We know that. Now, in fact, we have the vector magnetic field, and the vector magnetic field at the nearly before the jet, it is with HMI, and here you recognize this small spot polarity, and we have the vector. And the vector, what they tell you, that in fact, the vector, you are going for positive to negative. So definitively, this is an emerging flux. And when you are computing the currents, in fact, you find that you have currents around this emerging flux. So with HMI, we have the evolution, and in fact, I start with Themis, and with Themis, we have effectively not so many currents. And why? Because there is evolution, the jet was between. And so we demonstrate that, in fact, the jet was really due to this emerging flux. Now, here, so that is the first jet, and the second one is beautiful. It is this one, very twisted jet, long jet. So we look at this one, and this one. We compute velocity of all these branches. Il n'y a plus de piles, non? And we find 200 kilometers per second. Il n'y a plus de piles. So we made some magnetic topologic analysis. It's what in our lab we are very good on that. We start with nonlinear force-free field extrapolation using the Wigelmann method. We find some null point where reconnection can occur, and we find layers where the magnetic field can change easily of connectivity. So here you recognize on the left the field of view with these two large negative things. And that is now not vector magnetic field, but that is what we find, the velocity localization tracking. And thank you. And for example, here you see very well some divergence, so it's correspond to the emergence. And here you see a lot of different way of the plasma to go on one side on the other one. So this blue corresponds to this one. And here we draw in green the place where the magnetic field can change of direction. It's what we call quasi-separatrice. And in the extrapolation, we find over this small polarity here, we find a null point. So we have the ball patch, which is the interaction of quasi-separatrice, and we find the null point. So my last slide. Here, so that is the extrapolation. You have in all the active region here with these loops that we see, and the jet. In fact, all this field line. And when you zoom, you see, for example, in fact, there is one twisted flux rope, the null point, and even here you have a second one. So you have two flux ropes, and it fits quite well with the observation of the jets. Observed with Aya. So in conclusion, we saw two types of jet. One was recurrent, and due to this emerging flux. The other, the twisted jet, a little more north, was more due to this null point and all this ball patch where all the field line can be detached from the photosphere and erupt. Okay, thank you for your attention. So all this is published or is nearly published with Pascal Desmoulins, Guillaume Lanier, Moreno, and our Chinese former PhD student, Go Yan. Okay, thank you.